let's make a Jamaican jerk mushroom wrap in the beautiful Cayman Islands. Welcome back to the Whole Food Plant-Based Cooking Show, where we make plant-based cooking easy. I'm Jill, and today we're going to make the most flavorful jerk mushroom wrap. And this wrap was inspired by our friends at Sweet and Savory Cafe in Grand Cayman, from our friends Chef Shane and Samantha Parrish. They showed me how to make a really good jerk seasoning and Escovitch, which is going to go on the sandwich a little bit later. We're going to start with our jerk seasoning, and all of our dry spices today are from our partner Essential Organics, who carry over 600 organic products. And if you want to check them out, you can use the code PLANTBASEDEASY at checkout for 10% off your order. So to get started, we're going to start with our peppercorns and our pimenta berry, which is the allspice berry. So I've got 8 allspice berries and 15 peppercorns. And if you can't find the allspice berry, you could also use just a dry, the ground allspice. But I would use about ½ teaspoon. But I'm going to grind them up just a little bit before we add our other ingredients, just so we don't get any huge chunks of them in there. And you can do that in a regular blender, or I'm just going to do it in my NutriBullet today. Just a short little blitz, not very long, because we don't need it ground up super fine. Then we're going to add to it 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 6 deglette dates, and if you're using medjool dates, or I'm sorry, 5 deglette dates. If you're using medjool dates, I would just use like 2½. A tablespoon of low sodium tamari, 1 teaspoon of thyme, 2 tablespoons of lime juice. Then we've got our fresh ingredients here. So this is 2 teaspoons of chopped ginger, 2 scallions that are just roughly chopped, and then I've got 1 teaspoon of finely chopped Scotch Bonnet pepper. And if you can't find a Scotch Bonnet, you could also use a habanero. They're very similar in flavor, but I wouldn't do any more than a teaspoon. And if you're really sensitive to intense heat, maybe back it up, maybe just ½ teaspoon, because it's pretty darn spicy. But it's a jerk seasoning, right? It's all about that spice. And then we're going to add ½ cup of water. Now we're just going to blend this kind of like the first blend, just really just a few seconds really. We don't want this into a fine paste. We kind of want it just broken up a little bit into smaller chunks. And so the dates get chopped up. So that's it. I really only blended that for about 5 seconds. Okay, for the mushrooms, you're gonna need 1 pound of king oyster mushrooms, and I just sliced them up into pretty thin slices. You could also shred it if you wanted. That would be more like a pulled pork kind of texture. If you can't find the king oyster mushrooms, you could also use portobello. Just slice them really thin, just like this. All right. So we need a bowl, because we're gonna mix these spices together, and we're gonna soak these for at least ½ hour, but really for longer is better. So I would say a few hours if you can. So just pour those in your bowl. Pour that marinade over top. Oh, I can smell that already. It smells so good. And then you're just gonna mix it up. And as it sits in this marinade, the juices from the mushrooms are gonna come out, because this marinade is gonna kind of draw the moisture out of the mushrooms as they sit. All right, so we're gonna let these sit for a while, and then you're gonna preheat your oven to 400 degrees. All right, so after your mushrooms have marinated for a while, all you need to do is to spread them out on a parchment-lined baking tray. And spread them out really evenly, because they're going to give off a lot of steam while they're cooking. And you don't want them to kind of steam themselves. You want them to release their juices and then kind of dry out on the paper. Just spread them out really evenly so they can cook really well. And our oven is already on 400 degrees. So we're going to stick them in there for 30 minutes, and you might have to just check them according to what kind of mushrooms you're using. They might need a little less time or a little bit more time. If you're using just regular button mushrooms, it might not take a whole 30 minutes. So just check them probably at 20 and to see if all of those juices have released and that the mushrooms have kind of dried out just a little. They should be still a little bit moist, but they shouldn't be sitting in liquid. That's when you know they're done. There's no denying the plant-based diet is a nutrient powerhouse, but did you know there are a handful of hard-to-get nutrients even well-crafted diets are often lacking? The latest research suggests that complementing your diet with a few specific vitamins, minerals, and omega-3s will help boost your energy and keep you thriving for the long term. That's why my daily health routine includes Complement Essential. Complement Essential contains the 8 critical nutrients lacking from most plant-based diets in dosages optimized specifically for us. As a special discount for our viewers, just use code PLANTBASEDEASY at checkout to save 15% off of your order. So for the next element of our wrap, we're going to make a really simple and quick cheese spread that's really, really tangy. So that's going to give it a different flavor element in the wrap. All right, so I've got half a cup of cashews that I already soaked for about a half an hour. 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. And 1 teaspoon of low sodium tamari. We're just going to blend this together until it's really nice and creamy. Oh, yum. Look at that. Creamy goodness. All right, on to our next step for some grilled pineapple. Okay, for our pineapple, we're just gonna do a little bit of a sear. If you have a grill, even better, you can just grill them a little bit. What we're looking for is just to kind of soften them and to give them a little bit of caramelization. So I'm just gonna cook this on my stovetop, just at a medium-high heat. Just gonna throw some in the pan, and I have them cut pretty thin, and then I cut the little core out. And this recipe is for 2 wraps, so really just enough to fill 2 wraps. So just a few slices. Okay, our pineapple is done, so we're going to turn that off, and I'm just going to cover it with my lid while we're getting all of our other ingredients for assembly. So while our mushrooms are baking, I want to take a moment and give a huge thank you to our supporting membership community. Your support makes this weekly show, along with all of our free recipes, possible. So if you want to join us, follow the link in the description to support our work today. All right, for assembly, you're going to need some kind of wrap. This is just a spinach wrap, but you can use whatever kind of wrap you like to eat, you know, especially if you're gluten-free. So we're going to start with our cheese spread first. We're just going to do a little layer in there, probably about a tablespoon or so, kind of right in the middle. Then we're going in with our mushrooms. Look at those buddies. It smells so, so delicious in here. All right, so this is enough mushrooms to make, you know, 2 really full wraps or 3, you know, kind of lightly, a little bit more sparse kind of wrap. Okay. Then we're going in with some of our pineapple. Just like 3 or 4 pieces. Okay. Then, well, maybe we'll do our arugula last. But this is completely optional, but this really is kind of just a really traditional thing from Jamaica. It's called Escovitch, but it's typically served over fish, over fried fish. It's really tangy and really spicy. So I made this with our friends at Sweet and Savory. He told me how to, or taught me how to make this. So this has been sitting in my fridge for about a month, just kind of soaking up all of those flavors. But I will leave the recipe in the printable recipe for a quick version and the longer version like this. But it's really spicy, so you have to be careful. Maybe you just, try a little bit of it first to see what you can handle, what kind of spice level you can handle before you put this in the wrap. So I've already tried this, so I know about how much I like to put in there. Get a bunch of those fresh onions in there. Some of the carrots. And this version is made more with carrots, but some versions use like red and green bell peppers, which are also delicious in there, and it gives it a little bit of a crunch. I'm trying to get some more of those carrots out of there so you can get some of that crunch that is so delicious. And I'm so grateful that they showed me how to make this, because now this is going to be in my kitchen forever, because it's just such an amazing relish for really kind of anything that you need just a nice punch of spice. And for the green, I'm going to use arugula, because that is my favorite green, and it kind of gives you all of the flavors. So we have the richness of that cashew cream and a little bit of a tang. Then we have the sweetness from the pineapple, the spiciness from those mushrooms and the earthiness, and then we have our bitter here from the arugula. So it's a really well-balanced flavor. All right, for your wrap, you're just gonna kind of fold in the sides a little bit. And then you're gonna fold up this side, pull it over and kind of tuck with your hands a little bit. And while you're rolling, you do a little bit more of a fold, just so the ingredients don't fall out, and then finish rolling like that. And there we are. What a beautiful wrap. All right, I'm gonna grab a plate and I'll meet you at the table for a taste. Okay, it's time to dig in. If you want to come in for a closer look at this beautiful wrap. All right, let's go in for a taste. There are so many layers of flavor. And that Escovitch, you really need to make it, because you're gonna love it. Come on back next week for another great recipe.